Hi, this is Bob. This is June 19th, 2012, and I'm realized that I didn't have any videos showing the closed chambers. I had one earlier, but I pulled it, and I just wanted, this is just a remake. It's a little different. As you can see, I have two types of closed chambers here. These are just old CD cases, and as you can see, they just have the full aluminum plate on top, and this is just a nice little small lifter, and I just have a just what it takes for the lifter to be able to touch the ground. You can see it's not very big, and then over on this is just a larger case, taller case, and it's set up the same way, and the closed chambers work just fine. You're just kind of limited into the diameters and of lifters you can make. See, it also has a full disc. The only thing different about what I did with this one is I can adjust the top plate, as you can see, and we're going to play with it all the way up so that force the lifters. They're going to go beyond. I know I've written it and I've said it many times that lifters will lift the radius as a rule, and that's very true with the open chambers, but they get a little additional help from the closed chamber because we're going to try this lifter. This is a little 3-gram lifter, but they get additional help because of the closed plastic chamber that's around them at the inside. I'm going to show you if I can get it situated around here. It's a trouble, but if all you have access to are small CD cases, they work just fine for your do-it-yourselfers like me. And I've got these movable connections. One goes to the grounding tower, and the other one goes to the dome, the oblate on the Van de Graaff. And this is small, and these will lift just fine. It just chatters away there. Now it gets enough charge, it'll hold it in place once it charges up enough, and then it'll discharge, and it'll do that very rapidly, as you can see. It'll sit there and do that as long as you run the generator. Now this is a pretty powerful generator because it's 200 kV or 200,000 volt potential, and it's getting every bit of it. And it still responds for a time after you shut the. It takes a while to dissipate all the charge, and I like that little one. It lifts so easy. I'll show you what it does in the larger chamber. Well, that's the short one, and I've explained this in construction, and that's pretty much cut and dry. Also use it as it's just a variation of a Volta Hellstorm chamber. Really is all it really is. And if you've watched my other videos, you've seen the other uses I put them through. Okay, now we got the long one, or the tall chamber, and I modified it so I could move the top plate like I showed you earlier, and it's all the way up now. So I'm going to I'll bent my lead there. We'll get it. We'll get it. There we go. And you make full contact with the dome and the ground. And this is a little larger diameter lifter, but it also only weighs 3 grams. And you can see it takes a little while to get it. Now that actually it's being overcharged, there's so much there that it's discharging before it can lift to the top. Don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it's crackling, which means I'm losing power. It is interrupted. But you can see it still wants to lift it. You can play with it, turn it, wrap it up. It'll go all the way up. But it just, see, sometimes it grabs it just right. It's kind of fun. You can sit there and play with these things. When it gets a good charge, good enough charge, and it won't dissipate or arc across, it'll go clear to the top before it discharges. And that's why it's dropping, is because it is discharging. And then it picks the charge up at the bottom, the ground plate. And that's another thing I wanted to mention, that the Van de Graaff, there's that dome is a positive charge. And so the other collector over there is just being used as a ground. It's just going to ground. That's all you need. I was getting it going. I was playing with them before I turned the camcorder on, and I was getting it clear to the top by intermittent power supply. But as you can see, they lift. It lifts quite well, and it'll actually go over the radius of the lifter. And these are only like 4 3/4 inches in diameter, so they're not big lifters at all as far as the diameter goes. And I just wanted to show you the closed chambers do work. They work just fine. And now we'll just take it, and we're going to throw, I think I just throw in the little one. Won't be using that chamber anymore. This thing's going to take out, well, you shall see here in a second. There. When it catches it, it'll go, as you just saw, it goes all the way up. Now we'll try it. There she goes. See, it really can get going. The secret here with this big generator is not to hold the power on too long. You can at first, and that gets everything charged up, but after you get so much charge in it that it'll sit there work quite some time. See, the generator's all there you go. They're actually more fun to, you can actually control them better with using the Wimhurst, because that's a 70,000 potential unit versus 200. So you just don't need that much power to do it. Now the only difference in this one lifter and these two lifters is, you notice the top cone angle is different and the bottom cone angle is a steeper cone. They still weigh in at 3 grams. And you can play with different angles. They almost immediately start to lift. See, it doesn't take much charge. There, hovering. There it goes. Well, I just thought I just wanted to show you that because I didn't have any video on my channel showing the closed chambers, and I wanted to show you them in action. And if you work with closed chambers, you can't. If you get a tall one like this, if you can get a tall chamber like this, you can make the top plate variable. Or you can put spacers and move the bottom one plate up and down too. This is just more convenient if you can just grab on the outside and move it up and down, like I'm going to show you. Oh yeah, and there's another thing, if you notice I was doing, which is good practice, is discharge. I'm going to lower it just a little bit and see how, if that affects, if we've got any changes here. Now it seems to react about the same. I'm not getting a crackling sound though, that's good. You know why? And I'll tell you why we're not getting any crackling sound, is because it's ionizing so rapidly and fast inside the chamber that it's just, the flow is so good that there's, whoops, I don't have to do that. I'll bring this all the way back up to the top. I use this O-ring to hold these in place. And if you have any difficulty, if you make one and you have any difficulty, let me know. There is a trick and a top plate. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but these are little nylon, clear nylon tabs glued to the top of the plate, and these tabs have to, the plate doesn't, but these tabs have to touch the outer part of the case or it won't work. It just won't work. Once you get the dielectric consistency all the way around, it performs just fine. And we're back in business again. See, now you can hear one occasional crack, and you see how it jumps. It's got a longer distance to the ions, and then it builds up resistance, and then it suddenly breaks down. Anyways, that is that, and I wanted to make, like I said, I had a video out there, but I took it down. This is how I store them. This is just another tall CD case. This one I have different sizes, shapes, mostly just cone angles is what it is. Well, all right then. We'll talk to you later. Bye.